Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Ow! What's going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to another edition of Chaotic Kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Mickey. I'm your neighborhood dabbler, and today we're gonna be dabbling in something I've never even done before myself. So this is a first in the Chaotic Kitchen, okay? I wanted to go for something, and then I said, let's switch avenues and do a little something else. I'm not really an egg roll girly. I'm gonna be honest. I love a good Asian food. I love nice Asian fusion. I love, orange chicken, hibachi, the basics, the basics. If I go to an Asian restaurant, y'all can eat those. Y'all can eat them egg rolls and I'll just eat my food. I'm just like, I want to try eating different stuff. I want to try eating stuff that I've never eaten before or try different flavors that I feel like I would really enjoy. So today I'm going to be making orange chicken egg rolls. Honestly, guys, I don't know how this came about. Somebody recently put me on to a Philly cheesesteak egg roll and I loved it. And it was homemade and I busted down. It was so good. It was so good. So I was like, you know what? I want to do an egg roll of my own. I'm going to just be honest, y'all. I was not going to make egg rolls this week. Nope. I was not going to make egg rolls this week. But you know what? Times are calling for something new and something different. So I'm going to pull up with something new and something different. You heard me? I'm excited. I'm so excited to make these today because like I said, I'm not an egg roll girly. I don't eat them. And on top of that, I've never even made them before. So this is something completely brand new to me. I just want to tell y'all to the side because I feel like when I say this, people gonna judge me. Somebody gonna judge me. Somebody gonna jump down my throat. Listen, I don't like to fry stuff. I don't like to deep fry stuff. Like with oil and stuff, I don't like to do that. Why? It just kind of stinks, you know? It make your clothes stink, it make your hair stink. It make the area stink sometimes. So I kind of stay away from deep frying on a regular. But I like y'all. Y'all cool. Y'all cool. I do what I can for my company for the most part. So we're gonna try something new, try something different. And I hope y'all like it. You feel me? Wait. Before we go any further, uh, 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 make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you comment under this video. Y'all do not be talking to me. Y'all do not be chatting with me in the comments. And it hurts my heart. Because I just want somebody to chat with me and tell me. Y'all, talk to me. Talk to your girl. Just say a little 1-2, drop a little 1-2. If you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, if you thought it was corny, if you think I'm corny, I don't give a. But tell me, drop it in the comments. Also, make sure y'all that you follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. And I don't think I have any other social media. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, cool. Make sure you grab your pencil, your pen, your notepad, your Sharpies, your expo markers, your whiteboards, your sticky notes, your notepads, your note app. Grab it all, okay? Grab it all and let's bring it. Bring it with you and have a seat. Take a load off, Let's just lock in and let's see what we're about to, get into. Are you ready? Are you? Are you? Are you? Are you ready? Let's go! Okay, So boom, we're gonna start out with some chicken. I chose boneless, skinless chicken thighs, but I'm pretty sure you could also use breast if you choose. So I cut my chickens into little tiny pieces. They don't have to be like so small, just whatever your size preference is. It doesn't really matter because it's going to get shredded up eventually. So also, I don't like fat on my chicken or on my meat at all. It really doesn't matter what type of meat it is. Just cut the fat off and keep it, or just throw it away. But I made sure I cut all of the fat off that I could. If it was too big of a fat piece attached to some chicken, I just threw it all away. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't want that. I don't want no fatty pieces as long as I can help it. This knife, even though I sharpened it before I started cutting the chicken, it wasn't doing a great job. I don't know. I don't really know anything about knives, but if you really wanted to, you could use some scissors, kitchen scissors, of course. And then gloves are optional. I just don't like slimy hands because I have other stuff to do and I don't want my hands to smell like chicken all day or carry that salmonella. These are the annoying gloves. I just grabbed these because they were closest to me and I was already like in the groove. But I prefer like the skinny ones. See, it was falling off. It was sliding off my hand and stuff. Like these too big. But anyway, I cut all of my chicken up, diced it up to nice size pieces. And then y'all, slipping off again. I found this cute little crock pot at Hobby Lobby for $15. It's only 2 quarts, but I don't need that much space. So I got it, and that's what I'm going to be cooking my chicken in today. Now for this sauce, I used orange juice, rice vinegar, soy sauce, garlic, salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic. I already said garlic. Sorry. Red pepper flakes, red chili flakes. I think next time I would do some orange marmalade or like a thicker base for the sauce instead of like a juice. Simply because I don't feel like it saturated the chicken enough. Like it was there, the flavor was there, but it could have been stronger. You know what I'm saying? So I would go for something with a very strong orange taste, something a little thicker, and then something that can like maybe make like a gravy or a sauce rather than just like a marinade type of thing. So I mixed up all of my ingredients and then I poured them over my chicken. And then I just placed it in the crock pot. I let them cook on a low temp for about 5 hours. And they were done. That was not my stomach, y'all. That was my dog. But anyway, if you want to do it on high, you could do 2 to 3 hours until the internal temp is like 160, I believe. Alright, here is the finished product after my 5 hours of cooking it on low. It, like I said, it tasted a little orangey, but I discovered the trick, y'all. If you really want to like allow that orange flavor to really seep into your chicken, shred it about like once it's cooked, maybe like 1 or 2, maybe 3 hours in the crock pot, shred it and then let it cook for another 2 hours. And just let it do its little 1-2. I think by that time you should be able to really taste the flavors in the chicken and it won't be so faint. Alright, so we're getting down to business. I was looking for some slaw. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like slaw, but I'm glad I found this broccoli slaw. I found it in the egg roll shells. Are they shells? Egg roll wraps. I found both of those in the fresh veggie section at Food Lion, if anybody was wondering. So I went ahead and I put my slaw in a bowl, as well as put my shredded chicken in the bowl. I just think shredded is better. It goes a little bit farther than like the actual cube chicken that we already prepared. And I feel like it'll be a little bit easier to eat that way. So this is the kind of fun part. Um, all you're doing is rolling your egg rolls. You put your filling in the middle. You fold one corner toward the middle, and then you do the edges, the sides, and then you just roll it as you would like a yoga mat. I don't know. I'm trying to find a comparison, but I can't. Also, if you want them to stick, I made the mistake of not doing this because I thought that freezing them would give me a similar result, but it didn't. So if you want them to stick, instead of unraveling when they fry, you can do some water or some egg wash on that last corner before you roll it. Another thing that I can recommend is keeping the wraps cool until you're actually ready to use them, just so that they don't rip and kind of tear apart when you're in the middle of rolling. Something else that I learned, I didn't really make this mistake, more so from like watching other people make the mistake, but you don't have to like overstuff the wraps, because like the less the better, in a sense. A little bit goes a long way. So right there on that last corner before you finish rolling is where you can add the water or the egg wash, just to seal the wrap so that it doesn't start unraveling. And you'll see once I started frying, a couple of them started unraveling just because I didn't like seal them. But that is why you guys should do as I say and not as I do, because I make mistakes all the time and I just try to steer y'all clear of the mistakes that I made so that you don't have to have the same results. Even though these were really, really good and I think they turned out pretty well, I could have did a couple of things different and a little bit better, but you know, next time we'll know. Not gonna lie, this was very therapeutic. Like, this was so fun to me, just like rolling these up. And like, I don't know, I love making food. Like, making stuff from scratch is one of my favorite activities. So this was very fun and therapeutic, and I would definitely recommend if this is something that you have time for. So I let my egg rolls freeze for about 20 to 30 minutes. Of course, the longer the better, but if you only have like a few minutes, then that'll work. Freezing them allows for all of the ingredients to become acquainted, and your roll can also get time to rest before it's put into immediate heat. Before I started frying my egg rolls, I made sure that I put down something that they could cool on afterwards, and then I also placed a paper towel on top so that I could blot some of that oil and it wouldn't be so oily. So I placed them in oil and it didn't take that long. Like, it literally took these probably a minute each. I would say maybe about 30 to 45 seconds on like each side. As you can see, the one in the back started to unravel, and to prevent that, I was trying to like hold them down as they started to fry so that it wouldn't like start to roll over. I didn't get to catch them all, but I did what I could, and I think I did a pretty good job of saving them. The only downside is that like when the loose leaf edges do come out, they fry a little bit longer and harder, and I don't know, it kind of throws off the whole little shindig, but they still taste good. I can just tear it off and keep it moving. Like I said before, these don't need much time in the grease, only because the food inside is already cooked mostly, and then you only need them to do a little crisp, like you don't want to burn. So I didn't leave them in there for that long, literally like a minute each, 30 seconds on each side, and then they were good to go. Now, I'm not a big deep fryer, just because I don't like the way it makes the whole house stink. Like, I have to cut on a dehumidifier, the fans, like it just stinks, okay? But these, I mean, they're worth it. I will say that they're worth it. If I really want something, I will make it, I will deep fry it, but there's not many things that I'm like, oh, I need that in my life, to where I'm pulling out a pan and some oil. That's just me. That's just me. If I'm being honest, y'all, I really kind of stay away from deep fried stuff for the most part. Like if I go to Zaxby's, of course, I'm going to tear down some chicken. But aside from that, I'm not really a deep fried girly, just because I be trying to be nice to my gut. Like my stomach be like, hey, you're doing a little bit too much, you know? Even with these, my stomach was like, hey, this is new. Let's slow down. But they were really delicious, and like I said, they were worth it. Like, I would definitely make them again, just because I want to perfect them, and they were so yummy. Alrighty, here's the moment of truth. I paired this with some Thai sweet chili sauce, just because I felt like it needed a little oomph. Had there been some sauce from the chicken, I would have used that. But since it wasn't thick enough, I just got me a little one too on the side, okay? I really love these because they were nice and crispy. They weren't burnt. The texture was really nice, and then the filling was really, it just went really well. Like everything, the crunchiness of the broccoli, the like sweet moisture of the chicken, it was really good. And I was so excited, I didn't even let y'all taste. I'm sorry, but hey, it was the bomb. I would rate this probably a 8.7, just because of all the components that I just named. Like it was delicious. I didn't need the sauce, but I used it because I had it and I loved it, and I felt like it paired really well with this. If I made them again, I would probably saute the chicken instead of putting it in a crock pot, and I would also make a thicker sauce for a dipping sauce instead of the Thai chili. But overall, I really like these, and I hope y'all like this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.